Good day, grade 6. So today we will have our third lesson in Mathematics 6 Block 2. So last time you have learned how to add and subtract. So you can see on the screen that we have two operations in one equation. So we have the fractions of 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2 minus 1 half. 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2 minus 1 half. So what would be the answer? So equals. So as you can observe on our denominators are very good. Our denominators are like fractions because they have the same denominator. So we'll just copy our denominator. We'll start adding our numerator. 5 plus 3, that is 8 over 2. Now that we are done in adding, we will now have the minus sign and copy our 1 half. To get our final answer, we need to copy our denominator 2 and we need to subtract our numerator. 8 minus 1, that is 7 over 2. So this would be our answer. Or we can have the simplest form of 7 over 2 with 3 and 1 half. So today we will learn how to adding or how to add and subtract fractions in lesson 3. So this would be our aim for today. Students will be able to simplify expressions involving addition and subtraction of fractions. So this would be our activity. We need to find the answer in each activity. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so today we will have our letter A, wherein we have 4 over 42 plus 10 over 14 minus 2 and 2 over 21. So the first thing we need to do is to identify if it is like or unlike fraction. So as you can see, we have the denominator 42, 14, 21. So we can say that they are unlike fractions. So the first thing we need to do, the first step, is to find the LCD. So we need to find the least common denominator of 42, 14, 21. So what would be the least common denominator of this following? So we have 42, 84, okay, 100, 26, and so on. How about 14? 14, 28, 42. So as you can see, we have here the same, so we'll just stop there and so on. How about 21? We have 21, 42, and so on. So as you can see, we have common, so that is a 42. So this would be our new denominator, or wherein our LCD is 42. So the thing that we need to do here is we'll copy our 40 and 42. So how many do we need to come up to get 42? If we will count here, 1. So we will multiply it by 1. in both numerator and denominator. How about in 10 over 14? Do not forget the operation. Okay? Copy 10 and 14. So how many do we need to multiply? We'll have here, we'll count 1, 2, 3. So we'll multiply it by 3. Both numerator and denominator. And the last one, minus 2 and over 21. So how many do we need to multiply? We'll go back with our LCD. We'll count 1, 2. So we'll multiply it by 2. Now that we know our LCD and the things that we need to multiply to get an equal parts or like fractions, we need to solve the following. 40 times 1, that is a 40 over 42. Do not forget the operation plus. 10 times 3, that is 30. 14 times 3, that is 42. Minus 2 times 2 is 4. 21 times 2 is 42. So if you will observe the following fraction now, we have like fraction because they have the same denominator. So we'll now simply add 40 plus 30 minus 4, that is 66. Copy your denominator, 42. So is this our final answer? Not yet, because they have common factors. So we need to divide it by 6. We got the 66 divided by 6, that is 11. 42 divided by 6, that is 7. So as you can see, improper fraction, we need to simplify by dividing it. 11 divided by 7, that is 1. 1 times 7, that is 7. So 11 minus 7, that is 4. Okay, so our 1 would be your whole number, your n would be, or your remainder would be your numerator, your 7 would be your denominator. So our final answer would be 1 and 4 over 7. So this would be our simplified answer in letter A. Okay, so let's have in our letter B. So we have 28 over 30 minus 1/3 plus 1 and 2, 15. So as you observe, there is a mixed number. So the first thing we need to do is to convert our mixed number into improper fraction. So we'll just copy first our first and second fraction. It's 28 over 30 minus 1/3 plus. Okay, so in processing of mixed number into improper fraction, first we need to multiply our denominator to the whole number, then the result will be added. So 15 times 1, that is 15, plus 2, that is 17, and do not forget to copy our denominator, 15. Now we have now the same fraction, no more mixed numbers. So we need to find our LCD, 33, 15. Okay, so we have here 30, 60, 90, and so on. How about 3, So we have here 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and so on. About 15, so we have here 15, 30. So if you will observe, we have the same LCD, which is 30. So this would be our LCD. So let's go back with our equation or the expression. How many do we need to multiply in 30 and 28? And that is, we'll count 1. So 28 times 1, 30 times 1, minus, how many 3? Okay, we'll count that from the LCD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1 times 10, 3 times 10. So do not forget to multiply both numerator and denominator. Plus 17 times how many? 1, 2. Okay. The same at our denominator, times 2. Now that we have the following and able for us to come up with the like fractions, we need to multiply 28 times 1, that is 28, over 30, minus 1 times 10, that is 10, 3 times 10, it's 30, plus 17 times 2, that is 34, 15 times 2, it's 30. So as you observe, we have now similar denominators, so we can simply do the operation. 28 minus 30, that is 18. 18 plus 34, it's 52. Over our denominator, 30. Is this our final answer? Not yet. So we need to simplify it. 52 and 30 are common factor of 2. So we need to divide it. 52 divided by 2, it is 26. 30 divided by 2, that is 15. Is this our final answer? Not yet, because this is a improper fraction. So we need to divide this one. 26 divided by 15, it's only 1. 1 times 15, 15. So 26 minus 15, that is 11. So always remember, your quotient would be your whole number, your remainder, your numerator, your 15 would be your denominator. So our final answer would be 1 and 11 over 15. Okay, so let's have letter C. We have 19 over 20 plus 1/4 minus 2/10. So, as you can see, there is no mixed number. All of the fractions are unlike fractions. So, we need to find directly the LCD, or least common denominator. So, 20, 40, 60, 80, and so on. How about 4? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So as you can see, we have the same. So I'll just stop at the 20. How about 10? 10, 20, 30, and so on. So, as we observe, our least common denominator of the three denominators is 20. Okay. So we have here 19 times how many? In the 20 denominator, it's only 1. 20 times 1 plus 1 times how many in the 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll multiply it by 5. 4 times 5 minus 2. How many in 10? 1, 2. So we'll multiply it 2 times 2. So 10 times 2. Now that we have the following, we'll now solve. 19 times 1, that is 19. 20 times 1, it's 20. Plus 5, 1 times 5, that is a 5. 4 times 5, it's 20. Minus 2 times 4, 2 times 2 is 4. Sorry. 10 times 2 is 20. So, now we can proceed in adding and subtracting because... Okay, so now we'll have similar denominator. We can now proceed with the operation adding and subtracting. So, 19 plus 5, that is 24 minus 4, it's 20. So, we need to copy our denominator, 20. So, what have you observed? Your numerator and your denominator are the same. So, 20 divided by 20 is equal to 1. So, the answer in our letter C is 1. Okay, so let's continue our letter D. We have 2 over 42 minus 1 over 21 plus 1 half. So, the first thing we need to do is to find your LCD. So, let's start with 42. 84. 126 and so on. How about 21? We got 21, 42. So as you can see, there is 42. So let's stop there. 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42. So, as you can see, we have the LCD of 42. So, this would be our new denominator. Now, I want you to continue and find out what would be the answer in letter D. So, you can now pause the video and able for you to find out the answer of this activity. Sige na. Okay, let's find out if your answer is correct. So, we have here 12 times 1 over 42 times 1 minus 1 times 1, 2, 21 times 2 plus 1 times how many is the LCD going to 42. We will count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we'll put here 21, 2 times 21. So let's multiply. 12 times 1, it's 12 over 42 minus 2, 42. 1 times 21, it's 21. So 2 times 21, it's 42. So let's continue. Okay. So 12 minus 2, it's 10 plus 21. It will become 10, 12 minus 2, it's 10. 10 plus 21, it's 31 over 42. Is there any common factors between 31 and 42? No more. So this would be your answer. Did you got the correct answer? Very good. Okay, so let's have our last activity we're in letter E. You can see that the three fractions are mixed numbers. So always remember, when we come up with a fractions with a mixed number, we need to convert it into improper fraction. So always remember, multiply your denominator to the whole number and add it to our numerator, the same as the others too. Okay, so let's do this. So 42 times 2, that is 84. 84 plus 41, we got 125 over 42. Plus, do not forget the parentheses. Okay. So 7 times 11, it's 77 plus 5. It's now 82 over 7 minus 14 times 9, it's 126 plus 3, 129 over 14. So as you can see here, we have now completed it into, or transforming it into, improper fraction. So what is the purpose of this parentheses? Are you still aware of the PEMDAS? PEMDAS, wherein we will start solving inside the parentheses, then the MDAS, or the multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, will follow. Okay, so first we need to identify what are the LCM or LCD. Find the least common denominator. 42, 7, 14. 42, 84, 126, and so on. How about 7? 7, 14, 21, 28. What's the next? Okay, that is 35, 42. Okay, and so on. How about 14? 14, 28, 42. And so on. So as you can see, we have the common, which is 42. So we'll now having the multiplying in our equation. So 125 times 1 over 42 times 1 plus the parenthesis 82 times how many 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 82 times 6, 7 times 6. Okay, sorry, it should be subtract 129 times how many in 14? 1, 2, 3. 3, 14 times 30. Okay, so now we'll solve this one. 125 times 1, it's 125 over 42 plus, do not forget the parenthesis, 82 times 6, we got 492 over 42 minus 149 times 3, it's now 387. 14 times 3, it's 42. So all of them, the denominator are the same. So we can now solve this expression. Can we start at adding? No, we will start at inside of our parentheses. So we will copy our 125 over 42 plus 492 minus 387 is equal to 105 over, copy your denominator, 42. Now we can have the answer by adding 125 plus 105 is equal to 230 over 42. Do we have a common factors of our numerator and denominator? Yes, we have. Divisible by 2. Okay. So what is the half of 130? That is 115. What is the half of 42? It's 21. Is this our final answer? Not yet, because it is improper fraction. So we will divide. Okay. So how many 21 can we get in 125? 21, let's skip count. 21, 42, 63, 84, 105, 126. So as you can see, we're now overlapped with the 115, so we'll just stop at 105. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have here 5. 5 times 21, it's 105. So we will minus it. 0, 1. Always remember, your quotient would be your whole number, your remainder would be your numerator, your denominator still 21. So the final answer would be 5. Okay, 5 and 10 over 21. So this is the final answer for our expression letter E. Did you got the answer? Good job.
Now that you know how to Solve a 3 fraction with two different operations, adding and subtracting. I want you to get your workbook and answer sheet work number 3, adding and subtracting fractions. In page 12, get your workbook and turn in page 12, sheet work number 3, adding and subtracting fractions. And do not forget also your assignment in block 2, lesson 2, answer practice questions 1 to 3 from the Exceed content book. If you have any question, you can comment below or send an email personal on me. So that would be all for today. God bless.